Okay, so hello. This is going to be a kind of different video than normal. Um, I actually just want to say thanks. So, I do a lot of work on this factory stuff. I yap a lot, of course. Um, and I talk a lot, okay? So, like, my yapping is stuff like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. This is what I think about the game or some crap like that. But I also talk a lot, right, about what I'm thinking about when it comes to the factory stuff and the game and combat and stuff. Um, but I've managed to carve out a very small section and following of people who apparently look forward to my factory builds. And if you ever think I should tell XYZ person about this good thing that I experienced with a thing they made, you 100% should always tell them. You will never go wrong expressing gratitude to somebody. I don't do any of this for like gratitude, right? I don't expect anyone to ever thank me or congratulate me or anything like that. And it's not some kind of like self put down or humbleness. It's just I do this because I really enjoy it, right? But I also recognize that I don't do any of this in a vacuum that where I'm the only person that exists, right? And when I first started a couple months ago, I learned a lot, a lot about making something for someone else, right? So I make the build for myself, but I tweak it for you all, right? And then as you've seen, I keep making stuff afterwards and whatnot, and I might change the base for myself, but I didn't leave you with a broken version that's inferior or something, right? But I build it with like constraints on myself, right? And one of those constraints is how can I make this better for the people that I know are going to use it, right? Like I know for a fact there's at least two people who will use the factory I put out, right? And then the third person is going to make it by hand every time, right? Which is wild to me. So that's in consideration, right? And if I'm going to make a factory that's mine and then give it to you, it's a representation of me, right? It's an expression of my own creativity. But when it comes to the entire package, right? So not just, hey, here's a factory that you can look at, but the video that goes along with the setup, right? It's an hour long. I kept complaining about, oh, there's too long, it's too long. It's not too long. It's appropriate length, right? If you want to set up this factory and have it right, go with me on this hour-long journey, and when you get done, it should work, right? Now, you might run into some issues with other stuff, but at a baseline, it should work, right? And it's not because I don't think people are capable of setting things up. I'm just painfully aware that a lot of people who are looking for blueprints don't know things about the factory, right? And I know an overwhelming amount about this damn thing, right? And so to help both of us, here's a big setup guide. Here's the NCADs. Here's the blank version of the factory image. Here's the info version of the factory images. Here are small pictures in the Google document. to show you just how to align a pack, right? Here's a Google Doc, right? Here's a 28 page, I think it's like 27 actual like useful pages. The other 5 are like my crap down there. But like here's like a 20 some odd page Google Doc full of useful information, right? For any of you who may have been around at the very beginning of this, that doc was like 30 something odd pages, and it was full of text that you needed to read, and it was awful, okay? It was awful. A lot of those pages now are just pictures, right? Or links. Or the outline, right? Taking up so much space just because it's a list. And I do all of that for a couple of reasons. But the main reason is that it's part of the factory. It's a representation of me, right? When you come to me, this is what you should expect, right? That's what by having that Google Doc and having the video, that's what I'm telling you, right? You should expect this level of quality and detail, and quite frankly, consideration taken towards you, the person who has chosen to use my factory build, right? Out of you couldn't just go to Kioston V and use his. He's a great guy. I know it's probably felt weird how I talk about him in the past, but great content creator, right? You can use Nets. You can use Nets video on YouTube and do it. You can use Joss's symmetrical Asia only blueprint text guide only. You can use Arfliniers. You can use whoever you want, right? Much bigger YouTube creators than me. I'm not even a YouTuber. I'm just a dude who kind of figured out Shotcut, kind of figured out OBS, and somehow figured out this daggum factory, right? But it's this consideration taken towards you and like your time, right? My time is valuable, but I think you giving me your time to build this means that I should be considerate of that, right? You choosing to do this. So part of that is stuff like, okay, here's extra resources that if something goes wrong, hopefully you can fix it without having to wait for me, right? Part of it is, I don't want to help you with something very minuscule. It's a waste of my time. But it's also a waste of your time, because if it's that minuscule, can I do something to help you solve it before you have to come to me, right? So that you can do it, right? Because I in my old age now, my older age, for any of y'all who don't know, I'm 38. So I think I'm a lot older than most people playing this game. I've just gotten better with the idea of like, people aren't really stupid. Like, you can make a bad decision, you can make stupid decisions, but like, people aren't really stupid. Is this a lot they don't know? I mean, if you really think about this game, there's a lot in this game. I even forgot today. I was thinking about how like we had to upgrade Dijon at one point, and like just by playing this game since release, I've min-maxed my Dijon, right? Like, that alone is a lot. The amount of people I see on the subreddit asking questions that are so basic to me, it's like, whoa. You know, it's like someone was asking, how do you merge conduits? And I was like, what do you mean, how do you merge conduits, bro? You just put a converter down. Yeah, this person doesn't know that, though, right? So, like, I can make fun of them, sure. But they made the choice to speak up, and I think that deserves a level of respect, as long as they're cordial, right? They're being a little shit, that's different. But that deserves a level of respect from me who knows better, right? Okay, you're engaging with me in good faith. Let's talk. Let me help you, right? And it's not because I feel pity for them or anything like that. It's because I want them to enjoy the game. I don't know what it is about this game. I really like this game, and I want people to enjoy it, right? But I kind of got off topic a little bit, I think. But anyway, I do all of this stuff because I enjoy it. And a giant, humongous side effect of that is the praise you all give me about the material, right? So I know my videos aren't edited very well, or at all. I barely managed to scrape together. I didn't barely manage. Okay, let me back up, because I'm a pretty smart guy, but I managed to get shotcut, and like some of my editing practice was doing the risk 47, 48, and 49 contingency contract clears, right? I've never really tried that. I'm thinking about how I can add text in, but primarily I just kind of yap into the mic and show you what I'm doing, and I think that resonates with a lot of people, actually. Kind of like walking you through it with you instead of just telling you, right? And my concession with people who can do it faster is to do all the timestamps. I don't know if you all ever looked, but every setup video is like an hour long or something, and then it has very detailed timestamps of like when certain things happen. So if somebody doesn't need to know how the water is set up because they get it, okay, they can just skip to the conduit placement. Okay, I know how conduits work, they can skip to this, right? That's kind of the concession. But people who don't, okay, you can come with me, right? I'll go with you, actually, and show you how. Well, you really have to come with me. I can't go with you, sorry. As poetic as that sounds. But I say all that to say that I'm very appreciative of the people like who just come around and say things on my YouTube channel. This was prompted actually by the latest comment I got. It really hit me. I don't know why this one hit me so hard. By Guatam. If you're watching this, they just thanked me for all the resources and that they have a problem, they're able to fix it. And I was like, that's exactly what I'm doing this for, right? Like, and it just feels really good to be told, you know, thank you and good job. I'm not actually a person who really needs words of affirmation like that, but it means a lot to me regardless, because it's like, yeah, dude, I don't know if I talked about it. I think I did, but I did the setup guide, last week? So not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. I woke up at like 6 in the morning and started working on it, and I realized, like, oh man, I'm telling these people to like put 3 pipe splitters on this thing and limit all this gas to this place, and like this gas station is a mess and Marker Stone's kind of a mess, and like I can't release this, right? Like I gotta fix this for them. And it's not like, it's because it's easy for me. It's not easy, that's not the word. I think it's better if the confusion lies with me in figuring out the factory. Okay, how do I make the Shuriken input to the factory easier? That's a confusing thing, right? So the confusion and solving that problem is mine to figure out, right? So all you had to do is converge all 3 of your Shuriken conduits into one and then plug it into the factory, right? So the confusion for you was, how do I set up this gas station? Like, let me go look at the pictures and kind of look back at what I'm doing, and like, where does the pipe go, and how do you get that pipe behind there, right? That's taken out. It doesn't matter how to get the pipe there now, just get it there, right? It doesn't matter where you put the conduit at, just put it somewhere. And I think that kind of stuff is really important, right? I kind of like loathe that the Yinglung Pass update isn't as friendly, right? But I also really like the update. I did what I did with Yinglung Pass was fantastic. Anyway, but it just feels really good to like have this little community that's formed around me yapping about the factory. I had a lot of anxiety, isn't the term, like maybe hesitation to keep being a yapper, a talker, but like Seto told me, he was like, bro, that's what we're here for. And like I told my best friend about it, he was like, JT, that's what they come to you for. Like, they come to you because you are a yapper. Maybe not because I am a yapper, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not a deterrent in the way it could be. But I also am not taking advantage of that, right? So, yeah, my setup guide is an hour and 20 minutes long, but I'm not sitting there yapping to you midway through like in the earlier ones. If you, oh god, those early ones. It's packed full of information. We're kind of moving at a nice pace. There was one person who told me, like, for I think 1.2, it had to be 1.3 because I'm pretty sure it was 1.3. Maybe it was 1.2. One of them. They were like, I can just sit here and listen to you talk, and I was like, that's crazy. I hate my voice. Right. But I was like, that's cool. I've listened to random YouTube videos to go to sleep too, actually. And I guess a chill factory setup guide it could be added to that list, right? Like, why not? So that was pretty cool. But just know that if you're like, man, this guy's gonna burn out, I won't. I do take breaks. As like 4 people yelled at me this time, and I have to get better about like not going so hard when the patch drops with a big factory update. But I think I just rather need to, more so I need to prepare for that as opposed to trying to mitigate it. But I played Genshin for like 5 years, and I took like a year break at some point, and then played it again. So I played for like 2 years. I stopped like somewhere in Inazuma, and then I picked back up in Fontaine. And then I stopped only recently. I stopped like 2 weeks ago. I stopped playing. So I played a long time there. I played Wubo a long time. The point of saying that is that I'm here for a long time, right? So if you're like, wow, I like what this guy's doing, I hope he keeps doing it and doesn't just disappear one day. Yeah, there's a good chance I won't. Like, there's a very good chance that I will not just disappear one day. And if I do, I'll at least tell you. But I really like what this game is doing. I'll probably start playing Arknights, actually, when the PC client comes out. I'm not a big fan of gaming on mobile devices. And being able to really only play that game on mobile, and then the PC version was like a mobile emulator sucked. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, so I really should have said it at the start and then said it here too, but I want to say thank you for not supporting the channel. I don't give a shit about the channel, if I'm being honest, but supporting me and what I do with just your words and your presence and your willingness to say something, even if it's like, hey, I can get this thing to work. I really do appreciate that. It's not that it makes it feel worth it. Like, I'm not hanging on hoping you all say thank you. It just makes it 10 times better that I do it, right? So I already love doing it. Now I'm getting shown love for doing it, right? By people who also love it. Well, I'm gonna put that on you, who at least like it. All right, and that means a lot to me because you chose to come here and use my stuff and say something to me and trust me, quite frankly, with a massive part of the game that not everyone enjoys, but is very important, right? So I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep trying to get better. That's just part of my nature. I don't have a choice. And I am stubbornly entrenched in making sure that I always have enough information for you all when it comes to the factory, okay? So if you feel like what I've been doing is good, hopefully I only keep getting better as I figure out more of how to use paint.net and for the pictures and Shotcut and stuff. You know, stick around. It's going to be a fun ride. The next thing I want to do, I will definitely do this, okay? I'll definitely do this. I felt like as a yapper, this was my territory to do it, and I should have done it. Especially with 1.4 being a huge patch. I will do, like, a recap or something talking about 1.5, okay? Because I think I have a lot of good thoughts about what they show and stuff. And I think y'all might like listening to me talk about that. So that'll be the next thing. So again, a big thank you to you all for being here. I hope I continue to see you in my comments and getting notifications on my phone. I'm just looking forward to it. All right. So, and you'll never have to pay for anything. Okay. Unless something happens and I fall on giga hard times, I guess, and I have to start streaming or something. Um, you'll never have to pay for anything. I mean, it's all free for everyone else anyway, but I'm just letting you know. Like, I'm not going to paywall my stuff. That's kind of weird, so. Okay, that was a weird way to end this, so. Big thanks, and I'll see you in the next Yapper video, which is going to be right after this. It's not going to be Yapper. I'm going to show you how to merge conduits, the conduit route in North Wuling Exclusion Zone. I'm actually going to fix mine, and then I'm going to tell you about it. Because I have a better idea of how I want to do this, so. I'll talk to y'all later. You know I will.